Maha-Bharata, Second Part, Chapter 31, Bhishma's Instructions. Scene 1. Charvaka attempts to spoil the coronation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Among the Brahmanas was a Rakshasa in disguise. His name was Charvaka, and he was an old friend of Duryodhana. And although he was dressed like a Brahmana, he reviled and envied Yudhishthira. "Oh, son of Kunti, all these ascetics have made me their spokesman. They say, 'Fie on Yudhishthira! He is a wicked king. He destroyed his kinsmen. It would be best if he were to now give up his life.'" Upon hearing Charvaka's words, the Brahmanas sent up an angry uproar. They then fell silent in shame. None of them agreed with Charvaka, and they looked anxiously at Yudhishthira, who simply bowed his head and said, "O Brahmanas, be pleased, for it is exactly as you say. Do not cry fie upon me, for soon I will cast off my life." "O king, these are not our words. We have not said anything of the kind. Instead, let there be all prosperity unto you." Some of the leading sages looked carefully at Charvaka. By their spiritual vision, they understood his true identity. This so-called Brahmin is actually the wicked Rakshasa, Charvaka, the friend of Duryodhana. Suddenly, with their eyes red with anger, the Brahmin sages held their sacred threads and uttered the Vedic syllable, Hun! Charvaka fell like a tree blasted to its roots by the thunderbolt of Indra. Now, being praised and reassured by the Brahmanas, Yudhishthira entered the assembly hall with a cheerful mind and took his place on a golden throne. On two more golden seats, facing Yudhishthira, sat Krishna and Satyaki, while Bhima and Arjuna sat at Yudhishthira's sides. Kunti sat on a white ivory throne with Nakula and Sahadev by her side, and Dhritarashtra and other Kuru elders sat nearby on seats as effulgent as fire itself. Soon the hall filled up with the sound of sacred chants, and the ceremony began. Yudhishthira was anointed with holy water from golden vessels, as well as with milk, honey, yogurt, and ghee. After he had dressed in pure white silks and put on golden ornaments and bright garlands, Yudhishthira was seated by Daumya on a handsome seat spread with tiger skins. With Draupadi by his side, Yudhishthira made offerings into the sacrificial fire. And when the ceremony was complete, Krishna concluded the rituals by sprinkling sanctified water from a large white conch shell onto the crowned head of Yudhishthira. Now, the king of the Kurus, Yudhishthira, rose. Thousands of drums sounded, and the hall was filled with cheers and shouts of approval. Yudhishthira distributed charity to the many Brahmanas present, beginning with Daumya and the priests who had conducted the ceremony. Yudhishthira gave away heaps of gold and gems, and was repeatedly blessed and eulogized. And after giving abundant charity, Yudhishthira took his place on the royal throne and began speaking. "Oh, great indeed must be that man who receives such praise and worship from all these learned Brahmanas. But I do not feel worthy of such words. Surely we are your favorites, since you describe us as having accomplished so much. However, King Dhritarashtra is our father and our God. So if you wish to please me, obey him and do what Dhritarashtra desires. For he is the master of this world, of you, and even of me. Do not treat Dhritarashtra differently than you did in the past. The noble Yudhishthira was concerned that Dhritarashtra would now be disregarded or even ill-treated. Most people blamed him for the devastation. So after making it clear that he would not accept such behavior toward the blind monarch, Yudhishthira appointed his ministers. Bhima became Prince Regent, Arjuna commander of the army, and the twins administrators of justice. Daumya was made head priest, and Sanjaya royal counselor. Yudhishthira then instructed Yuyutsu to care for Dhritarashtra and carry out his commands as to any state administration he ordered in his role as ruler of Hastinapur. Then Yudhishthira arranged for the Brahmanas to perform the Shraddha ceremonies for the departed, and ordered that the many widows be given adequate provisions. Yudhishthira also asked that houses for food distribution, as well as public baths and monuments, be constructed in the names of the slain warriors. Dhritarashtra, on behalf of his departed relatives, distributed wealth to the Brahmins. Bhima was given the splendid palace which was formerly occupied by Duryodhana, and he entered it joyfully, like a mighty mountain lion entering a cave. Dushashan's more splendid palace was given to Arjuna, and he and Krishna went there to rest after the ceremony. Nakula and Sahadev were given the palaces of Durmarshana and Durmukha. All of the Pandavas were as pleased as the gods in heaven as they entered their new abodes. Basati dashana shikare dharani tavalagna Shashani kalanka kaliva nimagna Keshavadrita shukara rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Scene 2. Who and why Krishna was meditating upon when Yudhishthira came to see him. The morning following the installation, Yudhishthira thought again of Bhishma Dev. It was time to return to the battlefield. The Pandava king went to consult with Krishna. When he entered Arjuna's palace, he found Krishna sitting on a large white sofa bedecked with gems. The dark-hued Krishna, clad in yellow silks and adorned with celestial ornaments, resembled a sapphire set in pure gold. Yudhishthira said, O Rishabha, O foremost of all intelligent persons, have you rested well? Are your faculties fully invigorated? O divine Lord, by your favor we have regained the world and have not transgressed the duties of our order. Now, please tell me what should be done. Krishna, however, made no reply. He appeared to be in meditation. Yudhishthira was surprised. Oh, how wonderful it is, O you of immeasurable power, that you are wrapped in meditation. Seeing that you have withdrawn yourself from this world and have adopted the fourth state of absorption in the self, I am indeed filled with wonder. You seem as calm as a lamp in a windless place. You appear as immobile as a rock, and your bodily hairs are standing erect on your transcendental body. O Govinda, if I am fit to understand the cause, be pleased to tell me. Returning to external consciousness, Krishna replied, That foremost of men, Bhishma Dev, who now lies on a bed of arrows, and who is like a fire about to be extinguished, is thinking only of me. Thus is my mind also concentrated on him. My mind is fixed in Bhishma, the twang of whose bow and the slaps of whose palms, why not even Indra could bear. I was thinking of him who carried away the 3 princesses of Kosala after defeating all the kings of the world. I was wrapped in thought of he who fought for 23 days with Parashuram before the sage finally admitted his own inability to overcome that best of his own disciples. Controlling his senses and concentrating his mind fully upon me, Ganga's son seeks my refuge. So it was for this reason that I fixed my mind on Bhishma Dev. Krishna then informed Yudhishthira that Bhishma Dev would soon depart, and so he and his brothers should at once leave to see him. For when that great man leaves, so also all kinds of knowledge about morality and duty will also leave with him. No one can deliver instructions comparable to Bhishma, not even me. Trying hard to suppress his tears, Yudhishthira replied, Oh, what you have said, Krishna, about Bhishma is true. I have heard of his greatness from the Brahmanas. Now you, whose words are ever truthful, have confirmed the same. So if you are pleased to show us favor, O Madhava, then accompany us as we proceed to where Bhishma lies. When the sun turns toward the north some days from now, Bhishma will leave for the heavens by his own sweet will. Let him see you one more time before that. Oh, dear Krishna, you are the shelter of eternal Brahman, and you are Nidhanam, the final resting place of all beings. Shri Krishna Govinda Hari Murari, He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hari Murari, He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hari Murari, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Scene 3. Krishna benedicts Bhishma Dev. Krishna then turned towards Satyaki, who was sitting right nearby. Let my chariot be yoked. We will leave at once. After Yudhishthira touched Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna stood up and embraced him. Yudhishthira went out of the palace and immediately made arrangements to go to the battlefield. Mounting his own chariot, Yudhishthira was driven along Hastinapur's central highway, followed by his brothers and Krishna, each mounted on their own chariot. They soon arrived at Kurukshetra, witnessing once again the awful scene of that 18-day war. The field was littered with the wreckage of weapons and chariots. Skulls as white as conch shells were lying about, strewn everywhere. The bones of animals lay in heaps. The battlefield looked like an abandoned sporting ground used by the universal destroyer, Mahadev. Meanwhile, Bhishma was surrounded by ascetics. His body shone like the setting sun. Seeing him from a distance, the 5 Pandavas and Krishna got down from their chariots and approached Bhishma on foot. They offered obeisances to the rishis, praying for their blessings, and then took their seats around Bhishma, who lay perfectly still on his deathbed of arrows. With tears running down his cheeks, Krishna said, "O hero, is your mind and understanding still as clear now as before? I do hope you are not overwhelmed by pain or grief. Surely it is wonderful that you have been able to maintain your life airs in such a condition. Why, I do not think anyone else in all the 3 worlds could do it, nor have I heard of anyone as devoted to truth, penance, charity, sacrifice, and virtue comparable to you. No one can equal you in prowess, nor in Vedic or moral knowledge. O mighty armed Bhishma Dev, the Brahmanas have described you as a Vasu, but I consider you even more powerful than those gods. Indeed, you are equal to Vasava Indra himself, the great king of all the gods in heaven." Krishna then told the Pandavas how Bhishma had formerly been Dhyau, the leader of the Vasus, and by the curse of Vasishta, whom the Vasus had offended, they were obliged to take birth on earth. Although the Rishi had granted that they could soon return to heaven, Vasishta ordered that Dhyau remain on earth for some time, as he was the Vasu's leader. The Vasus were born then as sons of Ganga, but she had cast each of them into the Ganges River at birth, so that they could quickly return to heaven. However, when Bhishma was born, she had not cast him into the river. The other Vasus then endowed Bhishma with their own power, and so Bhishma had become equal to all of them combined. Thus, Bhishma was invincible on earth. After praising Bhishma at length, Krishna asked him to remove Yudhishthira's doubts about his duty. Dispel the sorrow of Pandu's eldest son. He is distracted by grief because so many of his kinsmen were slain in the war. Other than you, O foremost of orators, no one can destroy the doubts that arise regarding one's duty. Persons like you Live only for the benefit of others. Please give solace to Pritha's virtuous son, whose mind is heavy with anguish." Bhishma then raised his head a little and looked into Krishna's face. "Obeisances unto you, O divine Krishna. You are the creator. You are the destroyer of all things. Everything material and spiritual emanates and rests upon you eternally. Now I can see your universal form, along with all of its divine attributes. I take shelter in you, O Lord, and I beseech your mercy. Tell me, O all-powerful Supreme Person, what will be best for me now? I desire only to reach your blissful abode." Krishna gently stroked Bhishma's head as he spoke. "I know of your devotion to me, O foremost of men. Thus I have allowed you to see my divine form, which is only revealed to my devoted servants. You are pure-hearted, and you have never swayed in your faith or love for me. Therefore, you will attain those blessed regions from which one never returns. Now there remains 56 days of your life, after which, O Bhishma, you will doubtlessly come to me. When the sun turns to the north, you will quit your body, taking with you your extensive knowledge. Therefore, we have all come to hear from you. So be pleased to speak and remove Yudhishthira's grief." Bhishma's head then fell back, and he closed his eyes. His face was now covered with tears. The Pandavas were filled with sorrow to see Bhishma so pained. They sat with their heads bowed and their palms folded as Bhishma replied, "O Great One, O Narayana, O Lord of all the worlds, my heart is filled with joy upon hearing your nectarian words. But how can I say anything in your presence? You are the reservoir of all knowledge, so only one who can speak on heaven before Indra will be able to speak about morality and duty in your presence. And furthermore, O Keshava, I am too much in pain. I am weak. I can barely speak. My strength is leaving me, and my understanding is clouded. Why, I can hardly discern anything. Yes, I think it is only through your power that I live at all. Therefore, you should speak for Yudhishthira's benefit, and for the benefit of the whole world. How can I speak, a disciple, before his guru?" The autumn sun was warm, and Bhishma was shaded with a large umbrella. Cries of vultures and hyenas, still ranging about the battlefield, was covered by the Brahmanas chanting auspicious mantras. The Kuru grandfather, who was being fanned with a white chamara, felt overwhelmed by divine love as he gazed upon Krishna's lotus face. Krishna then smiled. "O Bhishma, your words become you, O powerful one. You are a great soul and the foremost of the race of the Kurus. Regarding your pain, hear now the boon I will grant you out of love. From now until you die, you will be free of all pain, hunger, thirst, and bewilderment. Your perception and memory will remain unclouded, and your mind will be peaceful. Your knowledge will be as clear to you as fish in a still pond. Thus, you will be able to answer all of Yudhishthira's questions." And while Krishna was speaking, a shower of flowers fell from the sky. The rishis praised Krishna, while the gods played divine instruments. A cool, fragrant breeze blew, and everything became peaceful. Even the animals and birds were silent. The sun was now setting. Krishna told Bhishma that he and the Pandavas would return the next morning to hear him speak. After they had bowed before the grandfather, they all left on their shining chariots, going to their nearby riverside encampment to spend the night. Jaya Govinda, Jaya Gopala, Keshava Madhava Dina Dayal, Dina Dayal Prabhu, Dina Dayal, Dina Dayal Prabhu, Dina Dayal. Shama Sundara Kanayalal, Girivardhari Nanda Dulal, Nanda Dulal Prabhu, Nanda Dulal, Nanda Dulal Prabhu, Nanda Dulal. Achyut Keshava Sri Radha Madhava, Govinda Gopala Hari, Achyut Keshava Sri Radha Vallabha, Govinda Gopala Hari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Harayi Namaha, Hari Harayi Namaha, Hari. Namaste Narasimhaya, Prahlada Dayane, Hiranya Kashi Orvakshaha, Shilatankana Halayi, Nrsimha Haracho Nrsimho, Yato Yato Yamitato Nrsimha, Vahir Nrsimha Hridayi Nrsimho, Nrsimha Madin Sharanam Prapati, Vakara Kamala Hare Nakam Advaita Sringam, Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadritta Aranirupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadritta Narsingha Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadish Jaya Jagadish Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare